Make a bear character in D&D 3.5. DM laughs. Make bear a rogue, put every point I can into disguise. Prestige class is a spy to get even more disguise. DM says I can't speak English, but I max out bluff. By growling and gesturing, I can fake speaking a language I don't speak. I use money to hire a butler NPC. I give him magical item to speak bear. An excellent suggestion. An excellent suggestion, Mr. Barrington. We really should ask the group to investigate the Black Marsh. Over the course of the game, be knighted as Sir Barrington. Queen holds a dinner in my honor. A guest becomes the first man to ever make a perception check that can beat my disguise. Shouts out loud, Hey, that guy's not a guy, he's just a bear! Man is escorted out of the castle while the guards apologize profusely for the indignity. We're so sorry, Mr. Barrington. Very sorry for this man's behavior. Roar. Shrug. The warlocks have unionized to collectively increase their bargaining power versus their patron. Be me, warlock. Have friends who are also warlocks. We're devoted to the same patron. Decide to make a union. We gain more power as a result. Feels good. Decide to build an underground hideout as a sanctuary for the union. Word travels all throughout the kingdom. We gain more and more potential brothers and sisters to the Union. Union becomes a thriving underground community. It was easy living until a group of adventurers burst in. They start slaughtering everyone in the Union. We can hear him screaming about how we're devil worshippers, and then it dawns on me. We're a cult. We're a cult. Playing D&D. Wizard gets into a fight with an important NPC. When the wizard realizes who the NPC is, he apologizes and asks, as a token of my goodwill, would you like me to make you a magical sword? The NPC agrees. The wizard casts Polymorph and turns them into a sword. Argues that the NPC shouldn't get a will save because they agreed to it. Teaching a girl how D&D works. She makes a half-orc rogue. I am loving the concept. First fight starts. Okay, DM, I spray the enemy with water. What? You can't do that. Why not? Aren't I half orca? I told them there was a flask full of deadly poison on a shelf. They laughed and asked how they knew it was poison. And I said, oh right, never mind then. Just a flask. And one of them went and drank it. Your party is forced into eating at a vegan lunch. What do? My dragonborn fighter looks at his plate with disdain. He decides to pick it up and throw it on the ground. He yells at the host, do I look like a fucking iguana to you? Host falls, speechless. My party begins to glare at me. The bard pipes up with, I mean, kinda. A female dragonborn paladin with a noble background is the ultimate switch. She can be the knight, the princess, or the dragon, as circumstances require. I'm imagining a scenario where, through a series of misunderstandings, she's hired to rescue herself from herself. Sir Aldous of Mosley, the church has evidence to suggest that the Princess Miranda of Foxley has been kidnapped by Firefang the Ruthless. Will you rescue her on behalf of His Holiness? Sir Miranda's old days. Born in Foxley, honorarily knighted in Mosley as a black knight after winning a jousting tournament, whose rebellious teenage nickname was Firefang. So, about all that. PC's goal is the resurrection of his wife. DM explained early on that it's a relatively simple goal, since it's basically just collect 2,490 gold. Gold comes slowly, takes several games before we get a small pile thanks to several setbacks, including several run-ins with a cult that killed the PC's wife. Finally, we meet a cleric powerful enough to cast the spell. He even offers a 1,000 gold discount if we reclaim his captured temple. After killing literally hundreds of people, we finally succeed, and it's time for a happy reunion. The cleric asks what plane he should start searching for the wife's soul. The PC replies, Celestia, since that matches her alignment. The resurrection spell fails. I'm sorry. Your wife's soul was unwilling to be resurrected. And she's in hell. Haha, what a Merry Christmas!